So let me show you how you can make assignments for your student. So I'm going to create an assignment right now, and I'm going to make a calculus assignment, and I want him to do some problems with differential equations, and I can give some reference materials. I can get some assignments from the content library if any other teachers had some good ideas. And then finally, what's most important to me right now is I can use certain sessions that did with the student as context for the assignment. Um, I'll set it to 5 problems because I don't really want to go over that many. And I will set it to medium. And I'm just going to generate with AI. And so we're just going to wait for the assignments to generate. So let's just let it go through each of them. All right, so it created some problems for me. So let's take a look at how they look like. So we have some differential equation problems. We see that it does a pretty good job with the solution. And wow, look at that. It made some diagrams, which is really, really cool. So I think this is just for show, this just like looks nice for the student. But we can make diagrams with stuff like graphs if we wanted to. Um, and so it kind of just goes through each of the problems. And great, it looks really good. There may be, in certain cases, where it might make a mistake. This is extremely rare. The one case that I know, for example, like this even happens when, I'm making an assignment, right? Um, Suppose like I'm going step by step and doing calculations on the calculator, and I do some rounding so that my answer might be slightly different from the expected answer. And so that's the only case where you might notice stuff, but that's extremely rare. And its explanations and everything are factual, and it'll use this in its automatic grading. So when a student gives its explanation, gives his or her explanation, the AI will compare it with this explanation provided and check if it's correct or wrong. But if there are any minor issues, like for example, there's a rounding discrepancy that it discovers, you can always go in, you can either regenerate the problem explaining the issue, or you can just edit it. This is a latex editor, so you can do stuff like make complex math equations. You can also upload your own diagrams if that floats your boat. And so that's pretty much it. So now, one thing that I want to make sure I don't forget is I want to have a good name for the assignment. So I'm going to say differential equations practice for student. And I'm going to click save. This is not a good name. Maybe I'll say that's not a particularly better name, but I just wanted to show you can edit this, and I can give some instructions now. So I can say, please complete the problems provided. We can go over any flagged problems in the next session. All right, so now we set a title and description, and then we can go in and we can even add our own problems. Like suppose we don't even want to use AI, we could do that ourselves too. But let's assign it to the students, and then we can select which students we want, and then if we want, we can configure a due date. I'm gonna say he has to complete it by tomorrow, let's say. I think that sounds good. And then we click assign. Okay, and then we go here, you can see the assignment name. We can view the assignment details, including instructions and the problems as well as the diagrams. and our student can see this. Also, we can save this to the content library if we feel like other teachers could have use for it. We can also print the worksheet out. Let's take a look at the printed form. As you can see, we can print it out. I could go in, I could say, I want this in my printer, and there you go. You know, so it even looks nice with math formatting if you want that paper experience. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Oh, let me show you what it looks like when you grade an assignment. So I'm going to go to a completed assignment that was finished. Um, so let me show you what it looks like when you're interpreting the student's results. So I'm going to go to this assignment. Let's take a look. This is some linear algebra practice that I actually did before class. But we can take a look at the student's submission. We can see their past attempts. We can see, how they used AI. Like we can see their chat transcript and see if they're like, trying to cheat or if they're doing a good job. Um, and so, yeah, it really simplifies the process. So I hope you have a good rest of your day and thank you so much.